The turmoil in the financial markets might suggest that the world's economy is on the verge of a major new recession. However, despite the negativity which has emanated from the world's financial centres over the past few weeks, everything is not as bad as it seems. Here are 10 reasons why we believe prospects for the industry are good. Firstly, the underlying global economy is not as bad as is being made out. We're in the middle of a fiscal, political crisis rather than an economic one. Growth in advanced economies was weak but positive in the first half of 2011 and remains strong in the emerging markets. Organisations such as the IMF believe the slowdown in growth to be only temporary. Secondly, the falling share prices of the major listed transport and logistics companies have nothing to do with their financial performance. Companies as diverse as Expeditors, Kuehne+Nagel, UPS and DHL have all seen margins improve in the first half of 2011. The logistics industry, at least at the top end, is in good health. Point number 3. We've seen a slowdown in air and sea volumes, but not a reduction. As shown in this chart, Airports Council International suggests that in the first 5 months of 2011, air cargo volumes were up by 3%, compared with H1 2010. Meanwhile, sea freight volumes from Asia to Europe were up about 5%, and imports to the US from all destinations rose by the same figure. Although these increases are not at the same rate seen in 2010, the post-recession restocking boom was never going to last forever. Number 4. The impact of the Japanese tsunami is unwinding. One of the major unexpected headwinds to hit the world's economy in 2011 was the Japanese tsunami. With production of high-tech and automotive parts crippled, international volumes fell. Moreover, production in auto plants across the world was affected. The second half of 2011, these supply chains will return to normal, and this will have an ameliorative impact throughout the logistics sector, both up and downstream. Reason number 5. Semiconductor production, a traditional bellwether indicator of air cargo growth, has remained strong. The industry saw a 3.7% increase in the first half of 2011 compared to the same period last year. This suggests that demand for products which use semiconductors, and this includes just about all electronic equipment, will be strong, having an indirect benefit throughout the logistics industry. Number 6. A stable or falling oil price. Speculation about the strength of the global economy has driven the oil price off recent highs. It's now down to around $100 a barrel on fears of growth prospects in the Eurozone, USA and China. If this movement becomes a downward trend, it would be beneficial to the economy, reduce inflation and help many transport companies improve their margins. Reason number 7. Low interest rates look set to remain the norm. This not only stimulates borrowing, capital investment and economic growth, but helps out the more leveraged transportation companies. Number 8. As can be seen from the chart, ocean shipping rates have stabilised. Although nobody expects a stellar peak shipping season, it looks like volumes have been robust to allow shipping lines to pass on rate rises. Although this won't help shippers or freight forwarders, a market in which shipping lines make losses or indeed go bust is in nobody's interest. Point number 9. The financial market crisis could lead to more M&A activity. The low share prices of many listed companies may make them vulnerable to takeover, with cash-rich PE companies and trade buyers waiting in the wings. Although unrelated to the crisis, mergers and acquisitions in the sector are already on the up. Deal activity in the transportation and logistics industry jumped nearly 15% in the second quarter of 2011, according to consultancy PwC. And finally, freight forwarding gross margins are up. The falling sea and air rates have helped push up forwarders' gross margins. These look likely to remain high, with significant new shipping capacity set to enter the market. In such difficult times, I believe that a considered approach to the financial crisis is required. There is no doubt that consumers' confidence will have been knocked by the chaos in the world's markets. However, these problems have been caused by a different set of circumstances to those which created the recession of 2009. These issues can be fixed by politicians and regulators, and they do not mean that a downturn in the freight market is inevitable. As can be seen from the list that we have compiled, there are many reasons for the industry to be positive.